Alright, good day, hi, and welcome. Okay, I'm out of the license bureau. So, how did it go? First, I gotta show you something. This is hilarious. Okay, I thought it was just me. Okay, you probably see it already. Look at that nice little Honda CR-V. Mine was silver, but look at the parking job, okay? I'm not sure, but I've never seen a Honda CR-V actually parked properly, including the one I had with 500,000 on it. That one's in nice shape, that one, for the year. Like, that's like 2000s, a little bit of rust on it there. In gold. Maybe that's why it's parked like that, because it's special. It's gold, like, you know, you could park your Bugatti and Lamborghini somewhere else there. You don't get near my little CR-V. I love those CR-Vs. So, I am now a proud owner of a Honda Civic, aka the Silver Pellet. Now, what it cost me. First off, they don't take credit card there. Let's see if we can make this big hill. Come on, Pops. What a place to start on a hill, eh? Like it's like this gigantic hill here. I think it's a kilometer. It's about a kilometer from the very, very bottom to the top. From the light, anyway. Got a guy with a full-size truck and a trailer coming up probably at 140 behind me there. Here I am, going, come on! Come on, little V6, you can do it! If it was my Honda CR-V, the racket you would be hearing out of it would be like, it sounded like an airplane trying to come up this hill. But yeah, it's cool to see that little CR-V. I'm like, that's how I used to park mine. Okay, so yes, the vehicle is now mine, no problem. I used to be able to go in and out of there in like 5 minutes, but I think they closed, I forget which one, if it was not the one in Aylmer, might have been the one in Aylmer, or Luskville or something like that. They closed one of the department of, I'm glad they didn't close this one, because then I'd have to go all the way to town type of thing. This is a lot closer. It's not that close to me, but it's closer, and there's no traffic, right? Like, it's country, right? And they basically, in a nutshell, got all the business down. So now I had to wait, I want to get home before the dark here. Oh wait, it's like 5 to 11. it's October, eh? So it's like nighttime all day kind of thing. It's like this all day. Yeah, just got like perpetual twilight, right? I'm not that far north, but it's, like, when it's overcast, it feels like you are. I was probably in there about, I'd say 20 minutes, half an hour. Well, no, more than 20 minutes anyway. At least half an hour this time. Last time, though, their computer went down. So I found out, okay, so they don't take credit card at the DMV. I wish they did, but they don't. Because I was about to ask the lady, and the sign was like right at eyeball height, It's like, oh, well, I'm stupid, so, yeah. And it's the one with the real pretty one that was serving me today, so. Dealt with her like a million times there. I don't know what her name is or anything like that, but. Anyway, long story short, she grabs all my stuff. Tesla. She grabs all my stuff. She said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to plate it for the road. She goes, okay, do you want to keep the current plate on it? Oh, yeah, sure, why not? So my aunt, I was going to give back the plate to my aunt, but, well, I'll just use it, So I don't even have to take the plate off and put a new one on. So I don't even have to, I even save that pain in the ass, right? So my V8 trucks all cost between, well, past couple of years, everything's been going up, right? Cost between, say, $290 and $440 to plate and put on the road, depending on the model, right? And so I'm like, okay, if I can get away with like around the 200 mark, I'd be really, really, really happy with that. Hopefully it's not gonna be like 400 bucks. So taxes, the plate, on the road for a year, 160 something, 162 or something like that, under 170 bucks. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Downside, I had to pull that out of my March rent. So hopefully the insurance won't be any more expensive than $200 or $300. It's hard to say because I have to start a new policy, right? Because I canceled my last policy. So it's probably going to be probably 350, 400 max. Hopefully around the same. Then I could do it all. I could do it all in one shot, right? But that's nice and cheap anyway. So it's like, it's still a hit for me, but it's not a devastating hit. And I'm kind of happy that it's not on the credit card, because I'm really trying to get that credit card down. I'm almost, I'm well below $3,000 in my debt. And this next credit card is going to make the payments a lot cheaper, because I'll put $300 on it, right? So to run it up another, like, say $400, $500, $600, $700 would be, ooh, it's getting warm in here. Would be, like, yeah, I don't save, you know what I mean? So now it's done, it's done with. It's just, it cuts into March, right? The savings for March's rent and all that stuff. And a lot of people, again, just jumping in the channel, was like, why do you care about March's rent when it's October right now? Because, this month is between this month and next month, I'm pretty much out of work, right? It's hard to say. I haven't been working every single day like I have been, but there's still lots left for me to do. But I'm racing against the weather, so once the snow is really on the ground, there's not going to be really a lot for me to do. Maybe a little bit of snow here and there, and whatever. And most of my clients by this time pack it up for the season. So I know Monday, even if it snows Monday, it doesn't matter. I got a little bit of chainsaw working to do. It doesn't matter if it's wet or dry when I'm doing that. But the grass is done for the season. You would think I was done with my whippersnipper, but I had to use it the other day. I used it the other day because where I was brushing, just so the little old lady wouldn't, trip over the stumps that's left over. I try to cut as many stumps, but stumps, when you're cutting them up, it's like you clear all this and you think you got all the stumps, and it's like you walk back and there's 4 more. It's like they just keep jumping around on you. And it doesn't matter how eagle eye you go at it, it just seems like you always lose the stumps, right? So that took me a little longer than I would have liked, but it's not as long as last time, because at least this time the machine didn't break down. Last time we had to wait for the computer to come back up, and it was like province-wide. So yeah, I was there over an hour. I forget what I did last time. I think it was renewing the plates for the... thought that was somebody I knew. Maybe not. Okay, it's getting warm in here. And anyhow, the good news is that it's in my name. So phase 1 is done for the silver bullet, or silver pellet. And I'm hoping, wow, look at the damage on that truck. Ugh. But I bet you that truck could go cheap if it was if it was a good one. It looks like an older one though, so that's probably why it's probably a Bush truck now. That's why it's all banged up. But anyway, get over this big hill here. You can see how I lazy drive, right? Like, I just leave my foot in one spot. I don't give it extra gas. It's like I just let it coast to the top of the hill and then coast down, go back up to speed. That's called eco driving, guys. That's how you save money on gas. It's not like this thing is ridiculous hard on gas, but it's harder on gas than you would think. It is a V6, and a V6 and a V8 are not that much difference in the gas consumption. A little bit different, but it really depends on how hard you drive them, right? Accelerate slow with a truck. That's all I say. It's just like, let it get up to speed at its own pace. But my little Honda Civic, I'm sure it's not, it's got problems. Right away I could tell, like, the rear wheel bearings are making a lot of noise, kind of like my Honda CR-V did for like 3 or 4 years. Like, you change on a Honda Civic, you change the wheel bearing when the wheel falls off. Just so you know, like, there is a procedure. That's how you take the wheel off easily. Then I definitely got to fix the exhaust, and I want to, do all the brakes. So I don't want to do all that right away on this car, because again, I want to see how much of a time bomb it actually is. I'm hoping at least to make my money back before it breaks down. But I'm praying that I get it like another lucky run like I did with the Honda CR-V there. And I mean, those Honda Civics, those engines they're bulletproof usually, right? But whatever. Yeah. There's a Bronco for sale. Probably one of the cool looking SUV, one of the coolest looking SUVs, but probably one of the most useless vehicles on the planet. Like, what do you do with a Bronco's like a Jeep? You know, like, what do you do with it? I'm gonna go rock climbing with it and off-roading. Okay, and like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have the room of a hatchback. You can't pull like a big truck. It gets horrible mileage. It doesn't handle great on the highway. You know what I mean? So, you know, but they are fun. People love them, especially the older ones. They really love those old square body ones. Oh, I saw that horse. I thought it was a moose for a second. I was like, moose? I was about to drive in the field and ram them, get some moose meat, which I've had moose meat there. Dad's been cooking up moose meat left, right, and center there. We're gonna try quite a bit of moose meat there this week.